Hi, it's Anne from the Useless Crafter, and today we are going to do this big genie because we've already done Princess Jasmine and we did Baby Raja. So I am super excited because this is for personal use. It's for my daughter's birthday in January, so trying to prep as much as I can. So I bought this genie file on Etsy, and what really drew me to this one is that I can make this big, and I felt like it would be pretty seamless because this is what I'm talking about when I mention like really good files, images and selection of your images is I looked at the genie and I basically saw him in pieces. So like this arm is all cut off by itself. So unless the arm itself is going to be more than 11 inches, it's going to be seamless. So like just when you look at a file, like pick a part. So like, let's say this, right? We say, okay, this is going to be 11 inches. That means 11 inches, 11 inches. I'm already at over 30 inches and all of this will be seamless. Granted, this big blue thing will not be seamless. But I do want to take out Aladdin and I'll probably put my daughter's name instead of Disney. I might put like a 5 somewhere on here. So I'm hoping between those two things that it will help me hide the seams a little bit. Um, but this is a darker color. So I'm thinking maybe if I did the dark blue down here with glitter cardstock, it's going to hide the seams anyway. So all these things are kind of running through my head. That's what you should look for is one, the file image. Like, is it broken up in pieces so that you don't have to actually slice it? So it will be seamless. The only thing that will have seams um, at most will be the black, right? The black outline. Of course, you're going to, if we make this 30 inches, you're going to have seams. Like I said, this blue will have it, but in my head, I'm like, okay, if there are seams, how are we going to hide it? Well, the name's going to hide a lot of it. I'm going to use blue glitter cardstock, so that's going to help minimize the seams. So this is what I'm talking about, like really good file selection. This one here, I think what I did was I extended this black line here so that her face looked seamless because it was one piece. Her neck was one piece. This neck, chest area was also one piece. The only thing I had to slice on Jasmine was this little arm piece right here. And it's so seamless that people don't even, I forget that I sliced it there. The glitter cardstock helped hide it, and the fact that the seam was very minimal considering she was 30 inches. And then of course the hair you can't do anything on this one, but I did use black glitter cardstock and it really did not distract from the piece at all. All right, one more thing on file image while we're here. Same thing with Baby Raja. If you see the face, even the face was broken up. So the face went right here. It was cut off at the nose and it was cut off right here. So this little piece, as long as it was less than 11 inches, it was going to be seamless, and it was. The other big piece on here was this orange part right here. So it went around here, but it stopped here. Not that this extended down here. So, and then it went all the way through here, and that too was seamless. So Raja, other than the black outline, which you can see here is minimal. It's just the outline. Everything else layered on top and covered it. So Baby Raja, look, I still haven't pieced it together. I will video it soon, but just taking it off the mat from getting cut on the maker and then just laying it on top without even taping it down, it looked gorgeous. It was already seamless, so I can't even wait. Once I tape down the black seams, you won't be able to see the flapping. So that's what I'm talking about when it comes to file image. All right, enough talking. You're like, get started, lady. Okay, so I brought in these images, one, to talk about that, but also to kind of give us balance as to how big we should make the genie. So Raja was 30 inches, so I'm going to just change that. Jasmine was also 30 inches, so I'm going up here in the size and I'm changing my height. And I'm going to go down here. I'm going to reduce my screen to just 25% so that we can actually see everything. Okay, so Raja and Jasmine look great together. Because even though I made him 30 inches, because he's a tiger, so even as a baby, he should be big. It looks amazing. All right, so this one I was thinking, let's do the width. I always take the longer dimension. So in this case, it's the width as opposed to the length. And I'm going to change this to 30. And let's see what that looks like. The only one that I've gone bigger than 30 inches is the Grinch. And he's looking a little bit small at 30. All right, let's see at 33 inches what it looks like. I don't want to go too big because when you go, it's not just like a little bit that changes. When you change the size, everything is changed exponentially. Like you go from 15 sheets to maybe like 22 sheets. So, I also don't want to do that. All right, he's still a little bit smaller than I want him to be. All right. Obviously, I literally just bought this file, and I kind of like to take you guys along through my thinking process because I know you're not always going to do exactly what I'm doing, but I want you to be able to apply the same concepts to whatever party theme that you're doing. So let's play with this. I feel like, oh man, that's big. Sorry, it's not. There he is. So this is almost 38 inches. So at 38 inches, okay, let's ungroup this real quick and see what we have here. So the reason why I want to ungroup is I'm really right now thinking about this sign where the name is. I know I already have to slice it in half, and I'm already a little bit unhappy about that. What I don't want to do is also have to slice it this way. So let's see what all this looks like. Okay, so I need to ungroup it one more time. So see when I move this, all of this is grouped together. So I want to ungroup it, but I'm going to ungroup it when it's all up here because I kind of just want to see the blue. Okay, so let's ungroup that. And it's kind of slow this morning. I'm getting worried. Okay, here we go. Yeah, see, it's 13.4 inches. It's 25. Oh, and 25, I'm going to have to cut in a few places, which I'm not thrilled about either. So let's, it's for my daughter, so it's not quite, it's not like it's for someone paying me to do it, but I really just don't like. Let me see, does that grab it all? No. Let me move this one over a little bit. Let's grab, oops, geez, undo. Making a little bit smaller. I don't want to cut my sign in more than 2 places. All right, so I think I got everything. Let's move him down to so this is about 34 inches, and let's see what we have, okay? So it's still a little bit too big. So it's 22 and some and 12.03. So I need to move this down a little bit more. I really don't want to cut this in because the sign is so small. And then if you're already going to cut it and, cut this into 4 pieces, it's really going to be distracting. Okay, so oh my God, this layer. I'm going to just get rid of this layer. It's just oh my gosh. Okay. Okay, sorry. Oh, good Lord. Sorry, I'm moving this over. Okay, let me just undo that. And the reason why is I'm being so particular about my sizing, and then if I don't put it in the right place, then it may seem bigger than it actually is. So, okay, let's reduce this to 32.5. All right, here we go. No. Okay. So, oh my gosh, 11.542, which means I need to reduce it just a little bit more. Okay. Let's grab this whole thing and let's just reduce it to 32. Let's see what we have. Okay. Okay, there we go. So this is now 21.3, which means 11 plus 11 is 22. I'm going to split this in half. This is 11.3, so I don't need to slice it anymore because that will make it through the Cricut. Okay, so I think we basically made this as big as possible, and it's going to look still pretty good. So that's what he's going to look like size-wise in comparison to what we've already made Jasmine and Baby Raja. Okay, so we can get started. So let's delete Raja. Let's delete Jasmine. Okay, let's look at what we have in the layers over here. So what I see is, what are all these? Those are the name. Oh, Disney. That's what I'm like, what? Where are all these letters? Okay. Everything looks good except for the black outline. So we know that. We also know this is too big, this yellow, which is okay, and then the blue. Okay. The blue technically is okay because if you had 24 by 12 cardstock, you could cut it in one piece. That's why it doesn't have that little yellow warning sign. Okay, couple things I want to do about on this one. I don't want Aladdin. I don't want the name Aladdin. So for this is, I think, easy. We can go to contour. And let's just do this now. So hide all there. So now I have my solid blue because I want to put Charlotte and I want to put the number 5. So let's get rid of Aladdin. Oh, okay. So Aladdin is grouped together with a lot of pieces. So let's go to contour. And let's see what this looks like. Let's get rid of visually, I need to know what I still have. So I want to clean up the image so that I don't have to worry about it. So basically it goes like this. And I'm going to put Charlotte in 5. Let's get rid of Disney. Okay, so I think this file is as clean as ready to go. I think what I will want to do is I want to size Charlotte while this is one piece. So let's go to text. I already downloaded the Aladdin font from DaFont. So let's see what we have here. I don't like the spacing right off the bat. It's a little bit too wide. So I'm going to go up to letter space and I'm going to decrease it so that the letters, while the font size stays the same, it's being smushed together. There is a lot of space between the C and the H, but as long as this looks good, then we'll ungroup it and we'll deal with that in a second. All right, I think that looks good. And then what I'm going to do now is I'm going to ungroup. I'm going to move this C over manually. That looks good to me. This H is too long. I don't want that because I'll show you in a second. I can't make this any bigger. It's going to come outside of my blue. So I'm going to put it back where it was, or let me undo. Now I'm going to slice off that long piece of the H. So as soon as it comes up, I'm going to bring in a shape. I'm bringing a square. And I'm going to slice it off right around there. Oops. And you can only slice two things at a time. So I'm going to slice this H and this square. And do you see how I did that with the cursor? That touches just the two of them, and that's enough to select the two. And then I'm going to go to slice. Okay, so just get rid of all your slicing results. We don't need any of that. Okay, so here's Charlotte. Oh, and let's do a text and do the number 5. Let's see what that 5 looks like. Oh my God, it's so small. Okay, I think that 5 looks like an Aladdin 5, although it's like a little funky. I might not do that 5 just right now, but let me show you what this looks like. So I'm going to move this over, and that looks pretty good. Maybe make it a little bit bigger. So, yeah, I don't like this font. I'm going to have to mess around with it. But this is what I'm thinking. So I'll do that later. I'm going to have to mess around with which font I want, because I think that looks kind of weird. That looks like an inverted question mark without the little dots. Okay, so we will do this another time. But, oh, because I ungrouped each one of these. Oh, Jesus. Sorry. But you know what? I'm going to save this. So this is the Genie before slicing. And the reason why I'm saving it this way is so that I have this piece sized already, so that I can go back to the project when I want to do Charlotte and the number 5. This will still be intact because I saved it as is. Normally I would save it like Genie 30 inches, and then I know I just make the Genie 30 inches, but in this case we made it like a funky size just to make it work. So that's why we did that. Okay, so let's move all this over. Oh, very interesting. Okay. What is that dot? These two little pieces right here. So small. Okay, I'm gonna just move it over for now. This is our black background. We need to slice this big guy. So when you're slicing, what you wanna do is you wanna bring in squares. So go to shapes, go to square, and we're gonna make each square 11 inches. And the reason is because I'm going to be using 12 by 12 cardstock. So technically we could do 11 and a half by 11 and a half, but I don't want to deal with half inches. So I do like using whole numbers. Okay, so here's our first 11 by 11. And let's just put him right here. Let's go to duplicate. And the reason why I do duplicate is I want it 11 by 11. I don't want to resize it, because if I went to add a shape first, it would pop up over here. So I don't want to do that. All right, let's do one more, duplicate. Okay, so now let's make them flushed. Okay, so this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to move my face over because that's where my screen is. Okay, all right, so the first square, what we're doing is we're going to go to position over here. And this is our x coordinate and our y coordinate. So just think of it as a graph in math back in grade school. This is our x going across. So right now it's saying this square is at 6.22. So that means go over 6.22. So right around here, go down 8. And there's the beginning of our square. So I am instead going to just change this. Since it's already there, I'm going to go to 6 and I'm going to go to 8. Then I'm going to take this one and I'm going to just, if you put your square close enough to the first one, then you don't really need to do the math. You can just round that to 17. That's already at 8. Round this one to 28, I think, and to 8. And we can do the math to check. So if this one, the x coordinate is at 6, plus 11 should be 17, plus 11 should be 28. And they're all at 8. So they're all at this level. Perfect. So now select all 3 of them by holding the shift key and selecting the next square and the next square, and let's duplicate. That way we don't need to reflush these 3. We just need to make it flush to the top one. So again, if you put it close enough, then you can just go over here and say 6 and 19. Okay, and the reason why I moved it down is because I knew this piece was only going to be 1 square. So let's just select 1 and duplicate. And so I'm going to just highlight everything over here and move it down a little bit. There. Shoot. And now I'm going to hate myself because I like everything flushed, and I don't know if I can do that. Let me see, is this square right? No. Hi, that's why. I don't want to start this over. Okay, sorry. I'm just gonna leave it as is. Okay, we'll figure. You know what? I don't even. Just leave that for now. Let's bring the genie to the front. Send to front. Okay, let's look at where we're slicing this. Okay. We could. So let me make this a little bit bigger. I'm not worried about the seams on this one because we have so much color sitting on top of it. That's just the outline. What I'm worried about is I just want to make sure that I'm not leaving any small pieces like this one, the way it's sliced right now. This head will be sliced off right here. This will be one piece, and then this little piece right here. Oh my gosh, my laptop almost fell over. This little piece right here will be by itself. I don't want to tape this little piece. So our options are to either move it down like so. Then we still have this piece hanging out by itself. Move it down a little bit more. Does that work? No, because then this tip will be by itself. So our other option is to move it higher. And dang it, if I move it higher, this thing comes out. This, I feel like, is going to be a problem file already. So I'm swirling it a little bit so that this, okay, so let me make it a little bit bigger so I can see what I'm doing here. I'm going to move it up just a little bit more. Okay, and I think I'm good. So everything, I think that will now be one piece, but let's really make sure. Okay, now that it's bigger, I'm actually going to try to move this up. So I'm moving it up so that the fingertips, the 2 fingertips, will be still in the, there. So that's going to cut right here. That's going to be one piece. This thumb will be attached to this piece, so that's okay. Same here. All right, so now I will have 7 pieces, which is what I want. I mean, it's as good as it's going to get. So, all right, let's reduce to 25. This is, I mean, now you can tell I don't prep before videoing because we run into these issues and I feel like they're good learning opportunities, or at least that's what I want to think. So, okay, when we're slicing, you can only slice 2 things at one time. It's going to be the image and 1 square. So take your cursor and bring it over 1 square and just enough to touch the image. And then we're going to slice. And I'm not worried about this piece and bringing this square over because if we slice all 6 pieces down here, this one will be left by itself, at least in theory. Okay, let's slice this. Let's just go around and keep slicing. So slice. And I'm going to show you right here. If we got more than 2 pieces, so here's my square, here's my image, and I'm going to go up to this other square. So I'm clearly in the other square. When I go to slice, it's grayed out because I picked up 3 items. Okay, so that's how you know. That's why things are grayed out for slicing, is you picked up more than 2 items. Okay, let's slice this one. And I do like having a mouse when I do off the mat. It's almost the only time I use a mouse. All right, slice. Oh man. Oh yeah, I can. Can I? I think I can. Slice. Yep. Yay. It all worked like it was supposed to. So see, here are our pieces. I do, I like to keep it in order because then I don't have to think about where each piece goes as I pull it off the mat. All right, this middle section, all the slicing results, just grab it and delete. We don't need it. There's still these little pieces. Just delete that, delete this. It just wasn't picked up. All right, but the rest, yeah. So I'm just gonna move this up. I'm gonna keep it in the right order. All right, this square is good because it'll help us slice this, this piece and actually the yellow piece too. So let's do that first. Let's duplicate this square real quick. Okay, and here we go. Let's see, how big is this? Oh, right. Okay, this is 11.3. So let's make our paper 11 and a half because technically we can slice up to 11 and a half. So I think let's make this bigger so I can really, I really want to slice down that tip. Let's move this and make the tip right on the line. And then that way we can move this right on the line. I think that looks good. Let's slice and see what we get. Perfect. So let's get rid of all our slicing results. So we have this. So now this is 10.6, 11.3. We can totally cut it on the Cricut. Sorry, let me reduce that. Okay. This though, okay, so we have the cups. I think the way the cups are, it's in 3 pieces. This is in 4 pieces. Okay, so let's just separate this for now and count this as 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 pieces. When we contour, we need the same amount of number of the images as we do the pieces. So I'm going to go to duplicate. Here's my second, third, and fourth. And we're going to use contour. So go to the bottom right, contour. And let's see what we have here. Let's hide all. And then we don't want this piece. So this will give us just the rim. And there's just the rim. We're going to need to slice this into 4 pieces because it's 22. So we need to cut it in half. And then we also need to slice it this way because it's 12.4. We could slice it like up here. I don't know. We'll see. All right, let's just keep moving on though. Let's separate these pieces. Contour. And where's my image? This team. It's slow today. All right, hide all. So when you click on hide all, it hides everything but one piece. So right now, if you can see on my screen over here, it's a solid yellow. Let's go and grab this piece. I want this piece. So I'm going to deselect this piece. Did that work? And deselect this piece. That's what I should have done. No, what did I do? I don't want this piece. Oh, and then maybe I don't want this piece. Holy, okay, there. There. Okay, So here's my little bean or whatever that is. Oh, did I move it over here? Okay, there's that little top part. Now I want the cuffs. So let's go to contour and let's hide all. And you know what? Let's go ahead and select all of these. Oh my gosh. One. It's like I can't. What? Okay, I want all the cuffs. Here we go. I'm slowly getting them. No, I want that one. This one. Okay, now we're just missing this piece. Where is that piece? This is where. Oh, can I? Oh, just ignore me. I'm not thinking today. I don't want this piece. And I don't want this piece. Is anything else highlighted? What is going on? Oh my gosh. Okay, hold on. Sorry. This is a horrible video. Contour. Sorry. I'm like having a brain fart moment. Okay, so I don't want this. No, Jesus. I don't want this outline. There. And I don't want this piece. I don't know how it got in there. Okay, here are my cuffs. Holy cow. And this one I'm just going to delete. And the reason why I did that was the cuffs are in pieces. It'll be easier to slice it. So let's duplicate that one because I know I still need to use a square for that gold thing. There, I have it over that, and let's slice this. Okay, so let's get rid of these results. So see, here's one cuff, here's the other cuff. We're good. How did it? It should have taken out a piece of my square. I don't know what's going on. Let's save as, and this is Genie after slicing. If you're, I completely apologize. What you should do is come back to this video after you've seen the Cricut Cutie. That one will give you a general idea of how to do it. Very few steps because the image is super simple. This is definitely for a more advanced user because I'm kind of just showing you the mistakes that you make as you go through it. So, okay. All right, so we got those two pieces. The only part of the yellow is we need to slice this yellow because this yellow right now is 22 by 12. So we definitely need to slice it in half. See, this kind of doesn't really, it's so thin, and I know I'm going to be using the gold glitter. You're not going to be able to see the seams. So let me just make this 11 and a half as big as possible. Okay, and I'm going to slice it. Basically, I'm going to duplicate this. I'm just going to slice it here. I'm not too concerned. See, this is what I was talking about. That last piece didn't do that. All right, get rid of your slicing results. So here, this piece is now 10.9 by 6.8, so that's fine. I'm going to slice it. I almost feel like if I slice this in smaller pieces, I can fit it all on one page, which I like that idea. Yeah, I think I'm going to do that. Let's slice it right there. rid of that. I'm going to slice it in one more place. Okay. And hopefully I think I'll be fine. Let's see. This piece is now 11.1 by 7, so we're good there. And this piece is 10.6 by 5.134. All good. Okay, you can delete all that. Okay, so our gold is all good. What we have left is the genie. Let's see. These pieces are all good by itself. You know what? Let's look at all our different colors, though. Let's just pick one item and then go up here to see how many. So we have 3 shades of red. I don't want 3 shades of red. I actually probably only want, let's see what this image looks like again. I apologize. I am all over the place today. Let's go to images real quick. Sorry. Oh, there he is. Let's look at him closer first. Where are you? You're over here. Let's make you a little bit bigger so we can see. So, sorry, the computer, I don't know what's going on this morning. It's so slow. There it is. So we have, oh, that little red is right here. Let's make, I don't know why it's 3 colors of red, 3 shades of red. So let's make this guy. So let's go to color sync. That might be easier. So for the red, what we have is, okay, I'm like, why do we have 2 pieces? Because I brought in a second genie. Okay, we're going to make this guy this color. And we could just bring both down because I don't know which one's which. Okay, so now we have 2 shades of red. I don't think that we need 3 shades of blue. What are these? What is this? I don't even know what you are. Let's just move you down here. There, now we have 2 shades of blue, which I do have. This is white, this is gold, this is black. I think we're good. Okay, so now I'm going to delete Aladdin. Okay. So here, there he is. Okay, so the reds are good. This blue is good. Let's break up our white pieces as soon as my computer lets me. Okay, here we go. So the white, technically as is, it's almost 5 inches across and a little bit over 7 inches down. You could have it all cut like this, but because I do so many of these, I use white a lot for all the eyes and the teeth. So I want to break this up. I'm going to slice everything and make it each individual piece. So I'm going to duplicate my square and I'm going to go up here and I'm going to slice one white thing at a time. Oops, I picked up more than one piece. Oh, I don't even need to do that. Look, I can ungroup. Thank you, awesome designer. I love it when they do that. There, and then I didn't need to do that. Okay, if we are so lucky with this one. Oh, thank you. We can ungroup this one too. We don't even use it. You've redeemed yourself. Yes. Okay. This is 11.8 by 7.54. You are just a little bit too big. But what I want to do is watch. So there's a couple things we can do. We could trick our machine and say we have a 12 by 24 piece of cardstock and it can cut as is. We'll be cutting it close because our piece is 12 by 12. So it might be a little bit close, too close for comfort. What we could do is we could get a circle and slice it right here. It would be minimal. This is only slightly too big, so we could slice it right here. Let's do that. Let's slice you right here. That seam right there is going to be so minimal. So let's do that. So this piece is now 11.2 by 7.5. And look at this little guy is, so later we're going to tape this. I don't even think it's going to be noticeable. Okay. All right. So let's get rid of this and this. Okay, let's see what else we have. This is 5 by 7. Here's his thumb. Let's scroll over and see what we have. That is fine. Great. Everything else is going to be seamless. Yep, 9.4 by 7. So the Genie, other than this tiny little 1/4 of an inch slice, is seamless. So our whole project's going to look seamless because he's so big and we're just laying him on top and he's going to look amazing. Okay, so I think we are done. So let me get rid of this square. Let's go down to 25 and just look at what we have. It's taking so long, sorry. Where is everybody? There we go. Okay. So everything is cut. Everything is good. All right, let's save it one last time. And then let's go to make it. I'm going to show you what I do when I try to make everything efficient and save on my glitter cardstock because I don't. I do scrimp on the black ground because it's hidden unless it's part of the hair, like Princess Jasmine, Snow White. Then I use black glitter cardstock. Otherwise, I use whatever black cardstock is on sale at Joann's or Michael's, which is usually like a gigantic pad for $5. Okay, but do 12 by 12 because if you buy the 8.5 by 11, you're slicing a lot more. Okay, so we know we have 6 big pieces of black cardstock. Oh wait, 7, right? But look at here. I feel like these 2 pieces can be together. So let's move this piece, go and hit on the 3 dots, move to another mat, and you can fit on this one because I want to move this guy. Does he fit anywhere else? I don't think he does. All right, let's just see. So, all right, I've moved this guy over here. Can I move this any other way? Okay, can I move? I'm kind of in the same spot, huh? I'm trying to find a place for this guy, for this little hair. I don't think he'll fit anywhere else. So 6 pieces of black cardstock. Okay, this yellow can definitely be all one page. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to trick the system and say I'm using 12 by 24. That way I don't have to keep moving things over. And I'm going to, let's see, what can we do here? Can I move you down? Oh, I can. We could have sliced one a little bit more than we could fit everything. I think I'm going to go back and slice this one more time because it's not going to be noticeable and then everything can fit on one piece of cardstock. But I'll show you what else I'm doing. Okay, so, like we'll move him here. We'll move these cuffs over. I don't understand how this is going to cut. Move to another mat. Right, like you can find a spot for this. I know this is overlapping. I'm not going to cut this as is. I'm going to go back and save myself on the gold glitter cardstock. Okay, here's our white pieces. I definitely think we can consolidate this a little bit better. And I might already have a used piece of white cardstock, so I might have to move this elsewhere. But look, this is so much smaller. This is 4 by 4. And before, I think it was 4 by 7, right? So we would have wasted more cardstock that way. Okay, here's our blue. And our blue can definitely, why do you do this to me? Let's, yeah, we'll change this to 12 by 24. And let's see what happens here. Here we go. So let's move this piece down. And you can still use one of your larger mats, the 12 by 24, which I recommend you buy anyway, because that's the cheapest one. And then just put 2 12 by 12 pieces of blue glitter cardstock. Come on, move. Let me move my face over. Can I get you to fit in there? I love using the empty space like so. And then, you know, filling this up. Let's see what else is up here. See, I can move this down. Will this fit here? No. But this will fit there. Right? Like I want to move all these pieces down. I want to fill my 12 by 12 piece of cardstock. Right? So like I want to reduce this to as, let's see, maybe, because this is a big piece. So right now it was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pieces of cardstock. Maybe we can get it down to at least 4, okay? The dark blue we can't do anything about. The red is good. So you see what I'm doing. Let me move down these pieces. This one can definitely fit even in here. This can fit over here. And we still have space. We still have space here, here, and here for, let's see, are there any small pieces here? These are such big pieces. I don't know if there's anything to do about it, but we can definitely move this one over. So today, okay, let's see. We still have this top portion that we need to fill in. My throat. Okay, sorry. All right. We still have some space here, but I don't know if we can fit any of these pieces in. All right. This might have to be as is. So will that make it work? Okay. Can this hand fit anywhere? But you see what I'm saying. I might want to move this piece down here, and maybe this hand will fit up there, and then I'll have it on 3 pieces of cardstock. But okay, I definitely apologize because this was just crazy town. I'm going to hit cancel here because I'm obviously not going to cut. I'm going to reduce. You can, you know, you never have to, obviously you can do whatever you want, but you never have to follow me all the way to the end, because once you get the concept, then you can, you know, just do it however you want to. You just, I just show you till the end because I actually make the pieces. All right, so I'm going to be slicing this a little bit more. I'm going to insert this square, and I'm going to bring it over and make it bigger because I just want to use one square, and I'm going to slice everything. Because I'm being cheap for gold glitter cardstock. A gold digger. It's Sunday morning and I'm already feeling the Monday blues. Okay, I'm slicing. Okay, so here are my pieces. Let's get rid of the slicing pieces that we don't need. So this, like you can kind of see what I'm doing. This will all fit on one piece of 12 by 12 cardstock. It's so small anyway, the seams, that I didn't think it was important. Okay. And I will go back to the yellow page so you can see if this was worth slicing. Okay, one more piece and then we're done. Okay, let's do this. Okay, so let me save. Okay, let's go to make it. And we're only going to look at that gold page. So down, because if you remember, it was going to take a few pages. All right, here we are. Gold, make this 12 to 24 so we don't have to move everything one by one. And let's see if my efforts were worth it. Okay. So I'm just moving everything up. All right. Here we go. I'm moving everything up so that it's in one screen. So I don't have to keep scrolling up and down. Let me see. Okay, yeah. So everything is now in. So it'll definitely fit in one, right? Let's make it as efficient as possible. I mean, this can be better, but I am now in. Probably if I did this, it would be better. And I could probably move like so. And the reason is because I do so many of these, as I've been saying before. Even with my 12 by 12, look it. Now I definitely have 2 inches by 12 that I can reuse next time. That's pretty good. And then up here too. So like, if you have like the eyes for some animals, like Raja, I did use gold. So it's really pretty. I mean, we could actually do better up here. I can move this guy over here. And then that way this corner is usable next time because that's 3 by 2 right here in the corner. Actually, a little bit more if I move this over, if I move this down, and I move this over a little bit more. I just made this now 2 by 4. That's more workable. Oops. I wonder if I can make it a little bit more usable. And it looks like I can. So maybe this is better. And then I don't know what I'm doing right now. Or I could try to move this up here, and then that way we have just a lot of unused space over here. But I need to make this a little bit better. Did I do anything? This is where I start to try to save too much, and I just end up being dumb. I'm not afraid to say it. Okay, here we go. So let's look at this. So this is the end of the paper, right? So I have this 2 by 12, and I also have this space right here. I should be able to make that better, but I don't know how. Okay, I'm stopping this video. Thank you for joining on this crazy Sunday that took way longer than it should have, but now you understand what's going through my head the whole time. I appreciate it. All right, have a great weekend.